YouTube, y'all be coming with this. Anyone still cares? He talking about like being like Captain America or just Marvel. Period. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I ain't gonna say I'm the hugest Marvel fan, but nigga, I know there's people out there that be reading the comics, so I ain't go. I'm gonna say I'm a casual, only because I only watch the movies, the shows, sometimes the cartoons. I read a couple comics, so I'm a casual. So as a casual, I kind of stopped caring. I don't really pay attention to everything, but I still watch like the breakdowns. I still watch all that shit. But like right now, bro, I'm kind of like they ain't really been cooking up how I expected them. The only place they cooking right now is with Spider Man, as they should. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Welcome new people, new subscribers.
So, there hasn't been a Captain America movie since 2016, Civil War. Wow. I thought that
Dang.
was 2018 or something, but it was actually 2016, 8 full years ago. I tell you, when you hit 40, it's like someone puts your life into two times speed. Now, that film was very much an Avengers 2.5 movie, combining much of the principal Avengers cast,
True.
minus the Hulk and Thor, obviously. But it was a good film. Solid political story, the Avengers being divided by the Sokovia Accords, which sought to regulate and oversee the Avengers, holding them to some kind of internationally agreed framework so that they could no longer just act as vigilantes who could come and go as they pleased around the world. Given all the collateral damage they've caused over the years, the UN felt they needed to be reined in order to make them accountable for their actions in the event of unforeseen consequences. Basically, they were tired of the Avengers smashing up cities in the process of saving the world. Of course, as Steve Rogers points out, the Accords would only shackle and restrict the Avengers, preventing them from being somewhere when they were most needed. But it was a very clever and believable conflict. If superheroes were real, of course, politicians and governments would try to control them and inhibit their powers.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
the Captain America movies were probably the best in the franchise, actually. And there's another one on the way, a Captain America movie kind of without Captain America, or rather, without Steve Rogers. The role of Captain America has now passed to the character of Sam Wilson at the end of Endgame. Wilson played by...
That shit look ass. Bro, listen, that shit look terrible. I'm not gonna stay up here and cap, bro. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I need to see in the daylight. But why? Wait, hold on. Why is it all black niggas here? Like, what they what they trying to do, bro? Like, I get it. Okay, listen. Let me shut up.
Anthony Mackie, of course. It's likely the role was transferred to Sam because they ultimately wanted a black Captain America. But when you think about it,
See,
it still
he
makes
even-
no sense. The guy throws around and catches the shield with the strength, speed, and power of Steve Rogers, despite not having a drop of super serum in his veins. But Bucky Barnes
know
does. Surely it would have made more sense to make him the new Captain America.
Exactly.
How could Sam Wilson possibly be suitable for the role, given that he isn't actually supernaturally strong? But anyway, Captain America Brave New World is on the way in Phase 5, and we're going to ask the question, does anyone still care? But first, imagine a captivating role-playing game with an immersive story.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was good. Hey, that was good. That was a good transition. I ain't gonna lie, you kinda had me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hold on. Where? Dang, how long is it back going on? Jesus.
Welcome back. This article is from comicbookmovie.com. Captain America returns in first official look at Brave New World.
Okay.
A couple of scenes from Captain America Brave New World were shown earlier tonight during Disney Marvel Studios' CinemaCon presentation. And while the footage hasn't and likely won't be released online, we do have the first official promo images via EW. The stills feature Anthony Mackie as the returning Sam Wilson, equipped with Steve Rogers' iconic vibranium shield, and our new Sentinel of Liberty meeting General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, played by Harrison Ford this time,
Makes sense.
who tasks Wilson with reforming the Avengers. In the footage, we see Ross welcome Wilson to the White House to commend him on his past heroism, but chaos soon ensues when music plays and activates some sleeper agent assassins, including Carl Lumbly's Isaiah Bradley, attempt to take out the president. It made more sense for it to be more of a grounded espionage movie as opposed to aliens and airplanes coming through portals and shit, Mackie tells EW. Even though I've been in so many of them and have seen it all now, the opportunity for Sam to really establish himself as a true action star and Avenger comes with this movie. Okay, so that sounds to me like they're trying to sort of recapture the magic of Captain America the Winter Soldier, which was probably the best film in the franchise, if you ask me. a grounded, gritty spy thriller, conspiracy type film.
Okay.
Mind you, we thought we were getting something similar when we saw the first trailers for Black Widow, and
Hell.
boy, were we off base with that one. Still, if you're trying to emulate the energy and tone of a previous MCU movie, you could do a lot worse than Winter Soldier. The article continues, "This movie is a clear reset," he adds. "It really reestablishes the idea of what this universe is and what this universe is going to be. I think with these..."
So that makes sure this better be a good movie then, because if that set the tone for the future, boy, you better cook with this movie, because like you just said, it sets the tone for what's to come. Like we reset everything, and this is what we move into. So, bro, you better cook. I ain't gonna lie.
Movies, you're getting a clear new branding of what Marvel is headed towards, the same way they did with Captain America the Winter Soldier. Incidentally, the film also sees the return of Liv Tyler, reprising her role as Betty Ross, and Tim Blake Nelson reprising his role as Samuel Stearns. They both previously appeared in the Incredible Hulk film way back in 2008. That was only the second MCU film ever after the first Iron Man movie. Now, as we've talked about before, Captain America Brave New World has gone through extensive reshoots. There were problems with this film. Now, it's never a good sign when there's a lot of reshoots, and that's sort of become par for the course for many big Hollywood franchise movies lately, especially the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
We'll be there.
There's a great deal of wastefulness now, I think, in Hollywood. Budgets are growing way too big because of costly reshoots and or massive amounts of CGI being used to try to fix things in post-production. So I have to ask now, does anyone care to see a Captain America movie without Steve Rogers in the role? But moreover, a Captain America movie in this particular era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe after a myriad of recent failures and the sharp decline.
Ain't no fucking way y'all thought this shit was gonna work right here. Ain't no way y'all thought this. Like, but I feel like, bro, the way Marvel been doing this been so disrespectful. God, bro, this shit's so disrespectful, bro. To all the fans, bro. Like, just imagine all the fans who waited for this, bro. This is beyond disrespectful. This, bro. There's no way y'all make millions of dollars. Y'all thought y'all was gonna give this to us. Yeah. Stop. Yo, we're cooked. Like, the fact that he got to this point to look like this, y'all, how the mighty have fallen. There's no way y'all looked at this and said, yo, this gonna work, they gonna love this.
Now, I think, in Hollywood. Budgets are growing way too big because of costly reshoots and or massive amounts of CGI being used to try to fix things in post-production.
It's not gonna work, twin.
So I have to ask now, does anyone care to see a Captain America movie without Steve Rogers in the role?
I doubt it.
But moreover, a Captain America movie in this particular era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe after a myriad of recent failures and the sharp decline in quality that the franchise has endured in recent years. When Civil War came out, the franchise was basically in its heyday.
Exactly.
It could seemingly do no wrong, and there was a real confidence as a cinema goer that when you went to see an MCU movie, you were pretty much guaranteed a good time.
Exactly.
You could rest assured that the basics were sorted. You know, great direction, solid writing and story, top-notch visuals, and just a really well-crafted movie. But you can't guarantee that now with the MCU. When the CGI, for one, has really gone downhill, and the scripts are often very poor, generic, and all too often saddled with the message. It would be nice to believe this movie could turn things around, but it's like a sort of a rot has set in with this franchise now in a way, and this particular film has already been delayed due to reshoots. It was originally supposed to be released in May 2024 at the time of making this video. That's next month.
Wow.
But now the film won't be out till February 2025. Delays like this are also very common for the MCU now, and they aren't good signs for the movie in general. The reality is there's been too much recent mediocrity in the MCU, and as a result, there's much less confidence among many cinemagoers that the new films are going to be good. A good MCU film is now the exception rather than the rule at this point.
Facts.
I think when the Infinity Saga was happening, there was a huge interest in seeing how that story arc would play out.
Yep.
It was actually an intrinsic part of the MCU at the time. But since that story arc finished, the MCU really has been creatively rudderless. And it's all done and dusted 5 years ago, so there's no exciting unifying story that binds the franchise together anymore, leading to, I believe, an increase in audience apathy.
But I think too at the same time though, like in the beginning it wasn't like that though. Like we got Iron Man, and then we got like Thor, and then we got Captain America. Like it was just like it was a slow workup. So like if you really a genuine fan, you don't need like a bunch of stuff to be happening to be like, oh my god, yo, we're working towards, like, just enjoy the movies for what they are. You feel me?
So those are my thoughts on Captain America: Brave New World at this particular point. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Shout out to my boy. But listen, I just think, bro, like I was saying, bro, like if you really genuinely a fan, bro, like if they, like right now, I ain't gonna lie, they tripping. They tweaking how they mind right now. I ain't gonna lie. They tripping. But like if you genuinely like, say like when they come out to Fantastic Four and you genuinely gonna watch the movie, go watch it. Same thing with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man, they really, I don't think they're gonna really try to do no woke or nothing crazy with that. But like just if you really genuinely support, go out and support. But y'all leave your thoughts in the opinions down below. I love y'all. Stay safe and I'll see y'all next video. We out. Ugh.